All right, so we are now at the point of our journey where we are focusing on defining our passion, potential, purpose, and power. So before we go any further, I just want to make sure that I encourage you. Um, Remember, I said everything, what you do in one thing, you do in everything. How you show up one way is how you show up in the rest of your life. Um, so show up to this journey. Be intentional. Make it matter. Um, it's not just for you, right? Like, I want to make sure that while we are focusing on self love and this internal journey, which we should all take if we ever want to experience true healing and true transformation and true happiness and success, we need to take the journey inward. But I will say that it's not entirely just for ourselves, right? We want to become better people so that we show up in the world differently, like I said before, so that we show up in the world differently, and then how we show up in the world changes how we experience our lives. Yet, we must also remember the ripple effect of how we show up has on the lives of our family, our children, our loved ones, our community, and in the world. So we are the epicenter of our lives, but that this epicenter has a ripple effect, namely in the world, but more specifically in our community. So who you are being has a direct reflect on everyone else around you. So before you start this journey of 28 days of self-love, I think you should really, really take the time, if you haven't already done so, to get really, really, really clear about who you are, about who you desire to be. It's one thing, again, to implement the practice of self-love on a daily, but to consciously practice it as I've mentioned before, but to consciously practice it in a way that's tied to an intention, a desire, a goal, a specific outcome, is really, really vital. So most likely you're on this quest because you're probably lacking either awareness of, or you're actually lacking the thing that prevents you from having the life that you truly desire. And that's okay. At least that awareness is in your awareness, right? Like, play on words, but at least you are aware that there's something, or what that thing is that's preventing you from having the life that you really desire and deserve. So in this process of this journey, you are going to identify what those things are and then bridge the gap between overcoming that impediment, and then fulfilling what it is you actually truly desire. So you'll be able to bridge the gap. But you'll also learn how to tie in new practices that are tied to a passion and a purpose. Meditation, for instance. Let's just say how meditation is good for the body, it's good for the spirit, and it's good for the cells in our body in terms of breathing and relieving stress and all of those types of things. But also being able to meditate and envision, while you're meditating, envisioning what it is you truly desire, is actually a step in the process of manifestation. So that is why passion, purpose, power, and potential, like what you have the potential to become. What is your true power? What is your true passion? And what's your purpose? Like, those things, maybe you haven't thought about those yet, and perhaps you have, but writing them down, it is written, makes it visible to you in your brain in a way, to see it written down, it brings you a step closer to fruition as well. And then it changes how you walk and how you exist and how you show up in the world, because you know yourself. Knowing your passion, potential, purpose, and power, that's part of knowing who you are, right? So that's your core. Those are your cores. So to get a clear idea on that is essential to this journey as well. So the key is that you'll ultimately be able to unlock the power of manifestation and creation that already dwells within you. So that's what getting a clear idea of what these things are. So just to delve a little bit deeper, let me show you how it works. So examining what compels you most in your life, or in life overall, it points to your passion, like the things or the thing that compels you the most. That's your passion. So you can contemplate things that bring you joy, like make you feel yay, and you would not want to live a life without it, right? You could contemplate that area as a passion, or you can look back over life, your life specifically, and see what pains you most. Like perhaps you've been traumatically violated in some kind of way, and you want to help other people overcome that. That's a passion, right? So the passion to either prevent others from going through what you've gone through, or to support other people who have gone through what you've gone through. So these are areas to help highlight what your passion is. You know, what moves you to create change in the world? What moves you to provide support? What moves you to nurture and nourish or support a person through healing? It's passion. That's where your passion lies. And then passion pushes you to explore the boundaries of your potential. Like, what can you do? If this is your feeling, that if this is your passion, you might not know what to do with it. You might have like this anger, or this fervor, or this compassion and empathy towards people who have gone through certain things. But what can you do to be a service towards that particular thing? Or how can you create something that lends to you being able to provide a service passionately towards your passion? So those are the things to look at. Your potential is how will you do that? What already exists within you that you can utilize to support that, to move that passion into your life? Or what do you need to do to make sure that you can? Are there things that you can go to school for? Like, how can you expand your potential? Like, those are things to take a look at. And then exploring your potential expands awareness of what's possible through your life. So not only do you have a passion, not only are you creating a way to share that passion to help and support others or be of service or what have you, now you're impacting the lives of others, which kind of exposes you to what's possible. Now, is it possible that I could create a business out of this? Is it possible that I can volunteer? Is it possible that I could write a book? Like, now your mind is expanded in a way that causes you to explore your imagination on how to activate your potential, so to say. And so after you explore what's possible, knowing what's possible is what makes turning hurts or joys into a purpose, your life purpose, a mission of some sort, something that you'd like to leave behind, or as a result of your existence here in this world. That becomes your purpose. And then your purpose, it gives you a sense of being. So living with purpose and of service is actually where your power lies. It's where your power lies. So now your power of knowing what you're providing, what your potential is, what your passion is, and what you now have set for yourself in this life gives you a whole new sense of being, which means that anything that is not in alignment with that, you now are empowered to choose something else, to dismiss or deflect, or just stay focused on what's true for you. So all of these things work hand in hand, and that's the reason why we're calling this the journey up. All of these essential steps tie into you reaching an end result, an outcome, or a desired experience, but to do so by not skipping steps, right? The difference between our journals, even if you just take the journal on your own and it's self-assisted, the thing that other journals miss is that they're not tied. You buy into one journal and then you finish that journal, and then what? You don't have an actual account of where your life is headed. And so that's what Journey Up is about through journaling. So again, we want to carve out some time, preferably no less than an hour, half an hour, or what have you, so that you really, really delve into what it is that you want to do, what your passion is, what your potential is, your purpose, and then your power. You want to really, really, really explore those things before you start this 28-day journey. I will again remind you, to the degree that you are willing to invest in yourself is the level at which you will experience fruition in your life. So again, do what you may not want to do now so that you can do what you want to do later. So go ahead and read through the prompts that we have listed here for you. Reach out if you have any questions or what have you. But other than that, I'm going to just continue to encourage you to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, enjoy the evolution. Click complete so that you can move on to the next segment. Okay? Ashe.